than breast cancer.
I am more than gastric cancer.
I am more than Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 3.
I am more than Lynch syndrome.
I am more than metastatic male breast cancer.
I'm more than PMDD.
I am more than diabetes.
I am more than lupus.
I am more than FAP.
Welcome to More Than a Diagnosis. I'm Den.
And I'm Jess. This podcast is about so much more than cancer, chronic illness, or the labels we've been given. It's about reclaiming our lives, finding community, and thriving in ways we never thought possible.
Whether you're a patient, a caregiver, or just someone curious about what it means to live beyond a diagnosis, we're so glad you're here. As I've been reflecting on this season, I realized that it's been about living inside reality. Not what we hoped for, not what we were promised, but what actually is.
Yeah, if we're being honest, we're still very much in it. Still navigating support, still navigating boundaries, still figuring out who we are and what we're doing.
Yeah, this isn't a typical season wrap-up episode. It's more of a pause. An honest check-in about what's settled, what's shifting, and what we're still trying to figure out.
Yeah, for sure. I can't believe that we have gotten through a whole nother season.
Yeah. Me too. It was a little bumpy.
Yep. I think what our listeners don't really know is how we've been scrambling this season to get episodes out and how it has been down to the wire literally every week.
Literally.
Oh man, but I'm so proud of us.
Yes, me too, because we haven't let it derail us. We pumped, podcast episode week after week. Last week's was slightly delayed, but we still
got it out on a Wednesday.
We were determined.
It might have been like 16 hours late, but it technically was still on Wednesday. So, I'm proud of us for that.
Me too.
Here we are trying to squeeze an episode in before you literally have to walk out the door in 30 minutes. So,
Because your girl needs it after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. Yeah. But
this is raw and real. This is what we promised, know?
Yes, it's so true. It's so true. But I feel like there's things that, are like we're figuring out. I feel like there's things about our, routines and our practices that are kind of settling in even when life has felt so unsteady this season. I think for me, I can say, I went into this year thinking this is going to be the year that I kind of figure out what my new normal is. Mm-hmm. If you've seen my latest TikTok video, you know that it's not anything like what I anticipated this year being like. But there are some things that I feel like I've added into my life that are becoming new anchors. And one of those, I'm really proud of myself. I've been doing yoga like 5 days a week at least. Some days it's only for maybe 10 minutes. Some days it's for 20 minutes. But I started this before the new year. So I think I started this back in December. I found this woman who does yoga classes, but some of them she does from her bed. And oh my gosh, I'm just like, I love it. And I never thought that it's something that I would really get into, but it's been such a good practice for me. Is there anything that you have added this season that has helped you stay grounded that's like a go-to practice?
Well, going back to work has been a lot. I feel like that's the biggest change in life and everything that comes along with returning to work after a lengthy leave with chronic illness now.
Mm-hmm.
Life looks very different at work, and I've made it a huge deal to really hydrate.
Yeah.
It's not something that necessarily keeps me present per se, but it is a step that has made a huge difference
Mm-hmm.
prior to leaving work because of, everything that happened. I was really bad at peeing when I needed to and
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
And now I don't really have that luxury because when that happens, I feel really ill. And I have a lot of patients to take care of. So
Yeah.
I've been really, really good about drinking my tea and staying hydrated with my, electrolyte packets. And it's definitely helped tremendously. And even though it doesn't automatically ground me, I think it does help ground me because my physical needs are being taken care of.
Absolutely.
With mental health and physical issues being, going hand in hand,
Mm-hmm.
I believe taking care of physical needs does lead to grounding
Absolutely.
because it quiets down the needs need
Yes.
at the moment. And
Absolutely.
so, yeah, something as silly as making myself drink electrolytes has
Yeah.
been a game changer for me, especially when anxiety hits.
Mm.
If I've got, the headache and I'm already symptomatic, when I get dehydrated, it's a given. I know the signs, I know the symptoms,
Yep.
all well.
All bets are off.
So, yeah, and then you throw in a very stressful, high-paced environment, lots of
Yeah.
anxiety throughout the day,
Yeah.
and those two don't like each other.
Yeah.
It just leads into, big spiral and quickly going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So drinking water has been
Yeah. Well, drinking water and you getting hydration because you put yourself in this position where you're willing to step back into the hospital on your day off. And after spending so many hours at the hospital, I can only imagine that it's challenging to then step back into that medical setting when you would probably rather be at home on your heat pack coloring.
absolutely. Coloring's the other thing I was going to mention. I don't think we've talked about coloring here yet, but we haven't, and we totally should.
haven't. We
Coloring's
should.
been a really good outlet.
For both of
Legoville
us.
has been, yes, a
Yep.
really good outlet. And just me taking that moment to ask myself, what do I need now?
Yeah.
Has been a practice that I really am so grateful I stumbled upon because it's changed things tremendously for me
Yeah.
in a way where I can address things at the moment.
Yeah.
Have been really, really good. And that has helped ground me.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so grateful that you shared that on a few of our episodes now, actually, this season, and talking about asking yourself, what do I need right now? And I find myself doing that every day when I'm getting overwhelmed or when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm spiraling. And, I'm asking myself, okay, Jess, what do you need? Okay, you need to breathe.
There you go.
You need
Yeah.
to breathe. You need to call back the things that you know are true right now and, you not worry about the things that you don't have control over and the things that you aren't sure of. And I think that, I'm learning and I think that we're both seeing that even in the middle of chaos, that there still are these moments where we find steadiness. And even if it's in these conversations or even if it's in a text or in a snap back and forth to each other, that, we're finding ways to be grounded even in the midst of the crazy. And I just have to say, like, I'm so proud of you. I know that going back to work and it lining right back up with us recording season 2 has not been easy for so many reasons. And just watching you, I'm no cringe. I'm in awe of how you pull off 12-hour days. 'Cause girl, I don't know how you do it. And I'm over here like getting tired after doing some dishes. And I'm like, that this girl is on her feet for 12 hours. Like, I don't know how you do it. And I'm so proud of you because you've continued to show up in this space and we're doing it. And even though there's a lot of things that are still unresolved, we're figuring it out.
We are. Thank you, friend. To be completely honest, I really don't know how. I don't. Yeah, I really do take it moment by moment.
You do.
Because those 12-hour shifts are brutal. I literally cannot think in future mode. I need to think now mode.
Which maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that is actually bleeding into the rest of your life, because I know that that's something we've talked about, is just learning how to be present in the right now and not in what has already happened and not in what's going to happen.
Yeah. And it's hard to focus on the now. It's really difficult.
So hard.
But I really don't have a choice. It's the only way I can sanely get through my shift.
Yeah.
Being in the now.
Like, I can only imagine. Yeah.
But I'm super proud of us. Seeing you thrive and deal with life after diagnosis and life after treatment, and now you being thrown a wrench in this year. This is definitely not the start of the year you hoped for. It's not what you thought were in your cards.
Not at all.
But watching you handle it with grace is, no cringe, very inspiring. And your willingness to be so open and be there, be present, and support this community that we have. Truly, friend, no cringe, but truly, truly proud of you. And I'm so thankful for what we have.
Me too.
Because I know that is what helps fuel us through all of these issues.
Absolutely.
And our viewers, our listeners may not know, but we do make this podcast for some selfish reasons. We get to
100%
out, and we get to process our feelings and talk about things that we're going through and how to handle that, and maybe how not to handle it, because we don't know all the answers.
We don't. I think so many times we're processing in real time.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I do my best to edit these podcasts in a way that are easy for our listeners, but there are moments where one of us will say something and then we get stuck. Yeah. And there's just this long pause where we're like, whoa, let me just take that in for a second.
Uncover something.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like we're constantly uncovering things, and I don't know where I would be. I know I say it all the time about our community. I don't know where I'd be without our community, and I don't know where I'd be without you and the support that you've given me. And, this start of this year hasn't gone any way that I thought it would. We ended last year thinking that tumor in my stomach was nothing. But I think deep down, if we went back and we listened to the episode where I talked about, that doctor's appointment and being dismissed by the doctor and finding out that it was nothing, but really, I think deep down I knew that it was something. And I think that's why I felt so unsettled after that appointment. And, I'm feeling hopeful about the diagnosis, and it's in and of itself. I know that it's curative. I know that it'll be fine. I know that this is a low risk kind of cancer. I know all those things, but I think the reality is that being a cancer survivor, this throws you in a tailspin that you don't want to be on. And that's kind of where I'm at. I know I'm going to be okay, but, fears of reoccurrence and things like that aren't things that I have had a whole lot of time or experience with, because I've been so, inundated with health issues. So I don't really spend a lot of time worrying about reoccurrence. But definitely this situation has put it right up in my face of being like the reality of being a cancer survivor and having to face another diagnosis it's heavy, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to do all the things that we talk about all the time and trying to feel my feelings, trying to, allow myself space to grieve and process and be angry. And it is definitely easier said than done. Let's just say that.
Oh, I was going to say that. I mean, you can try and tell yourself, you need to do all the things till you're blue in the face.
Yeah.
But the reality is here you are faced with a diagnosis that you've already faced in the past.
Yeah.
And it's hard for the body and the mind not to go back.
Yeah, that.
What you overcome and to that journey.
Absolutely. Like, I know I'm not going to lose my hair. I know I'm not going to have chemo. I know that I'm not going to be as sick, but there's still a lot of unknowns. So then, like you said, my mind is like trying to fill in the blanks of based on my own past experiences, then add in other people's experiences. And I think that that's why living in the present and being in the right now is where I need to be, because I can't think about my past experiences. I can't think about somebody else's past experiences. And I also can't spend too much time thinking about what might happen and how this surgery might go and how this might affect my digestion and how the recovery might be, and if I'm going to get sick from being under during the surgery, because I got sick last time I went under for surgery. And it's just like, okay, I'm spiraling in all these different directions, and I have to come back to what can I control right now and what does my body need right now? Okay, well, my body needs this nice hot cup of tea, and my spirit needs this conversation.
Yeah. I do think sometimes the body needs to spiral a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you're constantly trying to stop yourself from spiraling, then it's becoming the elephant in the room.
Yep, I know all about that.
And it's really heavy.
Yep.
And so I think that the fact that you're letting yourself feel and you're letting yourself process, and yes, you're going down rabbit holes, but sometimes it's necessary to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
As long as you don't
can't stay there.
Oh no, I will not let you stay there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, it took everything in me last night to not pick up my phone and text you when I was mid-spiral, because I've tried really hard to create this practice where when I go to bed, like into my bedroom to lay in bed, that I don't pick up my phone. And I've been doing that for a little while now, where I'm staying up because I'm a night owl. I'm staying up later, but I'm staying up in the living room, on the couch, on my heat pack, with my coloring stuff, with my earbuds in, watching something on TV or scrolling or whatever, so that I can separate bedtime from awake time. And last night, it was like, took literally everything in me to not grab my phone and start messaging you, because I was mid-spiral. And I'm like, I just need to, like, and then I was like, no, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. Like, just feel what you need to feel for a minute, and then get yourself back to a grounded place. But it's not
hard.
Easy.
And you're human. And I just want to make a point to reiterate that you're human.
Me? No.
No.
Not human.
And all of these feelings are completely normal and to be expected, and they're so, so valid. And I want to make sure that you're also making it a point to give yourself grace, because this is not an easy situation.
I'm
Not
trying.
an easy diagnosis to hear for the second time, you know?
I'm trying. I think, part of me is like, just get over it. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you even talking about it? And then the other part of me is like, no, it is a big deal. And then the other part of me is like, no, you're doing the right thing. You should be talking about it. And, by talking about it, you're giving other people permission to talk about these things. And then I'm like, okay, but I need to make sure that people know, like, I'm okay and, like, I'm not, dying and this isn't a big deal. But then it is a big deal. It's just like the mental gymnastics of it all, and, like, not even to go there, but, like, adding the grief part of it. And, it's just a lot. But, we're figuring it out. And this is real, and this is real life, and
you're trying your best, so
yeah,
that's really all you can do, and you're doing it, friend.
Yeah, I think I'm just used to, I'm used to holding space for other people, I'm used to being the container for everybody else, and I have to be that for myself, and let other people be that for me.
I was gonna say that. Me to it. Yeah, look, we all have our season. Right now, it's you going through that diagnosis. But now is the time for us, for the community, to show up for you the way you show up and hold space.
Yeah.
And I think you'll get there eventually. I know you will.
I will.
But it's going to take a little bit of time. But you're doing it, friend. You're getting through. You're taking it moment by moment, which is not easy.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It's heavy. And uncertainty is anxiety-inducing.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Especially when you're a recovering control freak, so.
Yeah. Having control of your environment, and that's right.
Yes.
Your feelings of powerless and frustration, and
yeah. Well, and it's the frustration too of, we have all these big plans, right? We have plans for our podcast. We have plans for our community. We have plans for the nonprofit. We announced the nonprofit. We did our nonprofit episode this season, and then we kind of went quiet about the nonprofit.
Well, because life kind of hit real hard.
Because then life kind of hit all of us, literally. Yeah. Narissa was going through it. Karen's been going through it with her physical symptoms. You've been going through it with work stuff, and I've been going through it with this diagnosis plus life stuff. And I think, we all have things that we're not all talking about, because we don't always talk about everything. And life really hit. But underneath that, there's still been movement.
Yes. A lot. Not as fast as we'd like.
No.
But I know 100% we are the perfect example of little steps adding up into something major.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I've got to say. Because we've been really struggling with life, but we've not given up. We've continued to do little things here and there when we have the time, when we have the mental and physical capacity to do so. We are setting goals and accomplishing them. It's just taking time. But
taking so much longer than we wanted to.
We're very, very impatient.
Oh, man.
We don't like the P word, which most of our listeners already know.
No.
But that being said, we are seeing the fruits of our labor, and it is going to be huge. And I'm so excited for what's to come.
Me too. And I'm just so grateful too, the way that we have each shown up during this time of uncertainty and what felt like stalled growth. But you have been hustling behind the scenes to make sure that our bank account finally got opened.
Yeah.
Because what people don't know is we kind of had to pause everything because we finally got our paperwork settled and we were official via the government. And then we were like, okay, now we open a bank account so we can start, officially taking donations and fundraising and really getting programming started. And then we went to go open the bank account when we were all together in November. And literally it was this week, mid-February, that the bank account is finally opened.
It's official.
It's official now. How many months later? But that would not have happened without the work that you've put in. And after all the work that you do at work, all the work that you do at home for work that people have no idea that you do, all the studying that you have to do, plus your own life on top of that, plus having to chase down everybody from the bank to try to make this happen. This would not have happened without you. And I think people don't know how much work that you actually put into the community and all the things that you do behind the scenes that nobody has any idea of how much work you put in. And we couldn't do it without you. That's for sure.
Honestly, I think this initiative is just so near and dear to our hearts that I know you feel this way. But we're willing to do whatever it takes, however long it takes to get there.
Yep.
I have no doubt we will get there. Look at how far we've already come.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
to start to do this I don't think people realize, and I don't think we realized at the very beginning how involved it would be.
We knew it would be tough, but I don't think we realized how much actually goes into something like this, especially when you're working on a tight budget and doing it all on your own without hiring lawyers and accountants and people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, people who do this for an actual living.
Yes. We're figuring it out, though.
We sure are.
We're figuring it out, and I'm so excited for what's to come. And even though in a lot of ways it's strange because I feel like our path forward is clear and foggy at the same time.
Yes.
I know the path is there. And sometimes the fog lifts and the path is so clear.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is what we're doing. And I can see it. And I see it happening and I see it unfolding. And then sometimes that Thule fog just rolls in. And I'm like, is the path still here? Are we going down this path? Are we on the same path? Are we, did we turn around? Are we lost here?
Yep.
I need a sign. I need a light, a candle, something.
A sprinkle of water, anything. Like, give me a sign. Yeah, it's so true, though.
Oh, man.
It really is. And then it lifts, and you're like, yes, okay.
Yes.
So we were on the right path.
It
wasn't visible.
Yeah.
We were here all along.
Oh, man. And I said this at the end of season 1. I feel like there was a time when I thought, how are we going to keep up this podcast? I mean, at some point, we're going to run out of things to talk about, right? And here we are ending season 2. And I've been working, on kind of building season 3 and like the structure of it. We've been talking about it. And I'm like, there's a lot of things we haven't even talked about yet.
Yeah. Oh, so many topics. Oh, wow. Yeah.
We haven't talked about, we've maybe touched on them, but then we've been like, oh, we need to come back and do an episode about that. Talked about parenting, talked about marriage,
Yes.
talked about finances. Like, there's so many big things that we have yet to even start to scratch the surface.
Yeah. And we're so grateful for our listeners
Oh my
because
gosh.
honestly, we really wouldn't be here without
No,
community and without our listeners.
absolutely. And I don't know if we would have kept going with the podcast if we wouldn't have seen how many people are actually listening to the podcast, because I feel like this is different. I don't know if I feel like you could probably, you can relate, you understand. But this is different than making TikToks.
Oh, big time.
We can see who's watching our TikToks. We can get the likes. We get the comments. With the podcast, we're like, is anybody there? Hello? Is anybody listening? Hello? Echo. We're listening. And we have a few friends who will reach out to us and say, oh, I listened to the podcast this week. It was blah, blah, blah. It was so great, which we appreciate so much.
We do.
But we don't really know who's listening, but we know you are listening, so thank you.
Yeah. And, we're never here to scold or give advice or make people feel unseen. If anything, we're trying to use our own experiences to shed light on how we struggle, but how we're dealing with those struggles.
Yes.
Along with everyday life.
Yep, absolutely.
And we're just trying to share a little bit of what we go through and in hopes of maybe someone feeling less alone.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that sums it up right there, is we just want other people to not feel so alone, because we know how alone that these feelings that we navigate make us feel, and we have each other and we have community, and we just want anyone who stumbles upon this podcast to also feel that they're not alone, and this is us. This is real. This is raw. This is unscripted. I mean, we come into these conversations with a topic in mind and some bullet points to follow. Sometimes we have a scripted intro and outro, but beyond that, this is raw and real as it gets. And I don't think we know how to do neat endings.
No.
And I don't know if we can wrap this season up in a neat little bow, especially where we're currently at. And that's why we have seasons, and that's why we take breaks and we have pauses, which we're about to take a pause. And we never really know how long that pause will be, but we know that we'll be back because we can't not do this.
Nope. And back to the neat endings, it's because we're still evolving.
Yes.
We're still becoming, even when we're not trying to.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It is more than enough. It is absolutely more than enough. And I'm going to keep telling myself that as we navigate the foggy path ahead. And we'll be back. We'll be back for season 3. But in the meantime, please take care of yourself. You can come connect with us on social media. I'm most active on TikTok, but you can find us both on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. You can find our More Than a Diagnosis nonprofit Instagram. You can find us on TikTok, and you can also find us on the website. We would love to hear from you. We would love to know how this season impacted you, and we promise we'll be back for season 3 very soon.
Thanks for joining us on More Than a Diagnosis. We hope today's conversation left you feeling seen, heard, and maybe even a little more connected.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might need it.
And if you're looking for a place to connect with others who truly get it, join our support circle at morethanadiagnosis.org, where we will continue this conversation. It's free, it's welcoming, and it's built for you.
because no one should have to navigate this alone.
Until next time,
Keep living, keep growing, and remember,
you are more than a diagnosis.